Welcome to SVG-TV News for Thursday, October 12th, 2017. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Head of the HIV/AIDS unit and focal point person of the expanded program on immunization, Vanessa Caesar, is assuring the public that the decision to introduce the human papillomavirus HPV vaccine is based on extensive research. In an interview with SVG-TV News earlier today, Roach outlined that HPV is a sexually transmitted virus with more than 100 types. She explained that there are some 200,000 persons worldwide who have died from the virus, which is preventable with a vaccine. She said that the local health ministry, after research conducted on 500 women, found that some 30% had the HPV virus that causes cervical cancer. She said that after the research, the decision was made to introduce the vaccine voluntarily to girls from 10 to 11 years of age, as there is already an immunization program in place in that age group.
So if there is a vaccine that can prevent persons from getting HPV, why don't we introduce it? No, the Ministry of Health is not a crazy ministry to just wake up overnight and decide that we're going to introduce the HPV vaccine. We did a study, a HPV prevalence and acceptability study in 2014. And that study revealed, we did it with 500 women in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the study revealed that 30% of these women had the oncogenic type of HPV. And when I say oncogenic, it means the type, the 16 and the 18, that are responsible for causing cervical cancer. So we base so the decision to introduce the HPV was guided by this study, and it was also guided by the WHO World Health recommendation of a comprehensive approach to cervical cancer prevention and control, and that includes education, vaccination, you continue screening for HPV and treatment.
Roach said that the health ministry will continue to give information to parents, and while there are side effects like any other drug, her ministry has a proven track record on immunization safety.
You as a parent, you decide, do I want my daughter to suffer from cervical cancer 20 years down? 10 years down the road? Can I afford the treatment? Can I afford the pain and suffering? Nurses, healthcare professionals will be visiting the schools, will be making presentations to the parents on HPV, the HPV vaccine, and the relationship HPV has to cervical cancer. We are just going to present them with the facts to help them to make an informed decision. The final analysis of the decision rests with the parents. The Ministry of Health is here. We are providing the vaccine. We have a proven track record. We have been immunizing children from birth. Now, one of the things that I hear going wrong is that the vaccine have aluminum and the vaccine have this. I am here to say that aluminum is found in the environment. Aluminum is found in breast milk. Aluminum is found in the water that we drink. It is found in infant formula. So I don't know. We would present you with the facts, parents, and you make an informed choice.
Meanwhile, leader of the Democratic Republican Party, Anissa Vitesse, is refuting claims that she is on a scaremongering campaign against the HPV vaccine. In an interview with SVG-TV News, Vitesse expressed strong concern that the drug is being fast-tracked to accommodate which she believes to be a mandate.
So for anybody to give the impression that, oh, it has a track record and it is proven safe and it is proven effective, that is simply not true. There's no such proof as yet. The second thing is the issue of safety is highly questionable because experts have shown that when the manufacturers did their clinical trials, did their safety trials with this vaccine, the vaccine was fast-tracked onto the market. They did not observe the usual 4 to 5 years that they would study the trial group. The persons that they gave it to as a trial, they would normally study them for a couple of years, 4 to 5 years, to determine the safety, because they have to watch to see any long-term negative side effects, etc. They didn't do that. The vaccine was fast-tracked onto the market way before the 4 to 5 years was passed in terms of studying those who are part of the trial. Aluminium is a known neurotoxin, something that is toxic or poisonous to the brain. That is known in the science field. This is not the same as ingestible aluminum where a person might eat it through something, I don't know, foil or something that was on their food and it was hot. Because that is filtered through the digestive system and the body could deal with aspects of it. But when you inject it into the person, it is different. And again, there's so much evidence online showing those things.
Vitesse also expressed concern over long-term side effects of the vaccine, among other things.
Are they just telling them, trust us, or are they giving to parents, and listen to me carefully, the patient information leaflet and the product information leaflet that comes in the box that the Gardasil vaccine is in? Because in those very important leaflets, the manufacturers of the vaccine, Merck and company, they admit to certain terrible side effects. Rather than it appearing as if we are just concerned about completing a schedule and ensuring that we don't waste money because you already bought vaccines. The important thing here is people's children's lives and the protection of their right to life and the right to a good quality of life. And I am saying, if the ministry does not give the relevant information and people go blindly and just trust their word and take it and anything happens to their children, can the people sue the Ministry of Health? Can the people sue the doctor or nurse who administered the vaccine? Or would they be indemnified or covered? These are relevant questions parents need to ask. And this is not about naysaying or scaremongering. This is about facing reality. I didn't make up anything that I said.
In other news, farmers here who have loans with the Farmers Support Company are being encouraged to get their loans in order as the entity is seeking to engage in activities which will open up more opportunities to them. The encouragement comes from Minister of Agriculture Vanessa Caesar as he spoke at a media conference on Wednesday highlighting issues in the agriculture sector.
It is very important that the persons, stakeholders who have a relationship with the Farmers Support Company. This company was initially capitalized with some $6 million. That stakeholders seek to rekindle this relationship. Persons who would have taken loans, we will wish that you come in and you have a discussion with the FSC, because the FSC is about to approach several institutions for further capitalization. And it will be very, very important that your record with the company is in good stead.
Vanessa Caesar took the opportunity to thank the government of Taiwan for its support with the agriculture industry, which he said is helping to boost production and productivity.
And I want to thank the government and people of the Republic of China and Taiwan for their assistance with the machinery. Several of the cooperatives received assistance from Taiwan, and this is going these are going to be used to reduce the need for physical labor whilst doing it faster and in a more efficient and organized manner. But I envisage that there will be an increase in the acreages very soon, and that is the reason we are going to work with several financial institutions to speak to them, to, as I noted, to create that enabling environment so that farmers can go and obtain the capital needed to foster their production.
The Agriculture Minister also took the opportunity to appeal to the local media to join the efforts of the ministry in encouraging more food production in the country.
Over the next 3 weeks, we are going to have meetings throughout the country. We are going to meet with stakeholders, and I want the media to be there, because if we are to mobilize the stakeholders in the country in a very short period of time, we have to get the message out and get the message out accurately. We have done excellent work thus far as it pertains to organizing the platforms for production, but there's definitely critical need, and as Dr. Martin Luther King said, there is a great urgency of now for us to get together and make it a national effort.
Lecturer at the Division of Technical and Vocational Education, Mishka Edwards, says she is heartened to see more youngsters here becoming interested in agriculture. Edwards was speaking on NBC Radio's Views on Issues program under the topic Changing the Future of Migration by investing in food security and rural migration. The agriculture science lecturer said that there has been an increase in the enrollment of students in the agriculture science and entrepreneurship course, and views this as youngsters realizing that agriculture is a means of advancement while engaging in commerce.
A lot of young people are still interested in studying agriculture. Presently, our enrollment in agriculture is 37 so far, 37 this year. The year one has an increase of 27 students, so that's a lot. You have to keep the program agriculture interesting, so one of the moves is to creating entrepreneurs in agriculture. So this is where students come in and they're trained over the 2 years to actually create a product or start a service that as it relates to agriculture when they complete the 2 years at the college. In terms of when we do interviews, they're not so familiar with creating product, but that is our duty to get them on board in creating product to actually be food security as an island. So you actually develop a skill there at the technical college.
Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, Tony Regisford, who was also a panelist on the program, said more can be done to attract persons to the field of agriculture.
Yeah, that we're creating entrepreneurs in fields other than some of the classic fields. Unfortunately, the Chamber of Commerce is viewed as an establishment that has in its membership the established businesses, which are the ones involved in merchandising and services, and we in the Chamber need to make more of an outreach to incorporate the same sorts of people that Mishka is talking about, these young entrepreneurs who are starting out in different fields, because at the end of the day, that is commerce. And we have to, and we are actively looking at expanding that outreach to incorporate people like that.
Former journalist and media consultant Junior Chavez has been committed to stand trial in the High Court for murder, along with 5 additional charges. Today at the Serious Offences Court, the preliminary inquiry into the shooting death of former banker Randy Lawrence wrapped up, in which Chavez is the prime accused. The 5 additional charges Chavez is facing are attempted murder, abduction, assault, causing bodily harm, aggravated burglary, and using a firearm to aid in the commission of an offense. The offenses were committed on February 14, 2017. Lawyer for the accused, Israel Bruce, made a no-case submission, but prosecutor Adolphus Delplesh disagreed with it, and Magistrate Ration Brown agreed with prosecutor Delplesh. A total of 38 witnesses took the stand during the preliminary hearing. The 11th Annual National Theatre Arts Festival was launched here last evening at the Bank of St. Vincent Conference Room. The month-long festival, which will run from November 3rd to December 3rd, will be staged at the Peace Memorial Hall. A product of the Department of Culture in collaboration with SVG, the festival will feature presentations from 5 theatre arts groups from various educational institutions as well as community groups. Nikita Tony tells us more in this report.
Team Feel the Passion, Experience the Excitement, the Department of Culture in collaboration with the Bank of SVG, on Wednesday, October 11th, officially launched the 2017 National Theatre Arts Festival, slated to run from November 3rd to December 3rd. Urging the Vincentian public to come out and experience 5 weekends of entertaining performances, Drama Development Officer Martin Quashie thanked the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for their continued partnership over the 11 years of the festival, noting that the bank is helping to motivate and sustain theatre arts in SVG.
November is Drama Month. That's when we have the Secondary School Drama Festival and the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines Theatre Arts Festival. Very exciting plays, and I want St. Vincent and the Grenadines to see all the plays. If you miss one play, then you're going to be miserable for the rest of the year. You cannot miss one play. You have to see all of the plays because we have talented actors in all of the groups.
Quashie encouraged the participants to believe in themselves.
And serious actors do serious things on stage because they want people to get the message. Of course, you can entertain, you can give a message, and you can inform. You have to believe in ourselves first. If you don't believe in yourself, then we can't reach nowhere. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is blessed with talent, and I know the people in the groups, they are very talented.
Noting that BOSVG recognizes the importance of supporting social activities, Senior Marketing Officer at the financial institution, Omari France, said true development only happens when knowledge is retained and passed on to those who follow.
Ministry of Culture continue to assist the various groups in developing their skills to ensure the continuity of this festival. To the groups, grasp this opportunity. Learn from it and learn from each other. I wish you all the best in your upcoming presentations.
Highlighting some of the festival's major achievements, Chief Cultural Officer Anthony Tibbles reiterated the department's commitment to develop and enhance the festival and its participants. He also gave a word of advice to the younger groups involved in the festival.
Stretch out your hand, find out from the groups that are a little older, a little bit more experienced, whether or not something that you want to do, what would they make a suggestion to help you get that done. So yes, we all want to gain the audience and have a successful show, but the format of the festival allows for us to do it while cooperating with each other.
Deemed as a display of talent, creativity, and passion, 5 theatre arts groups will perform in this year's festival. Returning to the festival and taking the lead role in performing will be the Urban Expressions Theatre Group from November 3rd to the 5th.
You only pimping she, right? What happens if somebody buys a special drink?
With the Division of Nursing Education Performing Arts Club or DUNPAC taking the weekend of November 10th to the 12th.
Can't give you love.
But why?
You see, my mother was a crackhead and my father, he was a pimp.
November 17th to the 19th will be the turn of first comers, the Georgetown Theatre Alliance, followed by the SVG-CC Performing Arts Society or PAS, performing on November 24th to the 26th.
How would you do something like this? Okay. I'm going to sit down here and you go talk over there because I don't know what you mean.
The final weekend will see the Police Drama Club taking the stage from December 1st to the 3rd.
Yes, you back up for Zip. And because you're Zip related, you back up for Zip.
Yes, yes. Sit down. Sit down.
Maybe I go sit down.
All presentations will be staged at the Peace Memorial Hall. Nikita Tony reporting for SVG-TV News.
And the CW Prescott Primary has been paying much attention to the health and well-being of its students. That was the sentiments expressed today as the Kingston Methodist Church handed over a sick bay and counseling room to the school. Representative of the Kingston Methodist Church, Gillian John, said the church was elated to be a part of the project, which would aid with the students' development.
Like to know that anyone gets sick at any time. We are also cognizant of the fact that sickness is a reality and that accidents do happen which may necessitate the use of such a facility. It is our hope that this sick bay will serve this school well. We thank all those who continue to support our fundraising efforts, and now there is very tangible proof that we do use some of our funds for such useful purposes, which benefit not only the Methodist Church and congregations, but the community in general. We hope that you will continue to support our missionary efforts. I pray that God will continue to bless the principal, staff, students and ancillary staff of this institution, and may He continue to bless us all.
Principal of the CW Prescott Primary School, Suzette Abbott-King, highlighted some of the challenges faced by students prior to the introduction of the sick bay and counseling room, and added that the school is interested in the holistic development of its students.
As a school, we pay much attention to the health and well-being of our students. Previously, when our students got sick, the only accommodation was a chair for them to sit on or a space in the office. Now we can boast of a room that can accommodate 3 students at once. Additionally, as a school, we believe in the holistic development of our students, and being part of the child-friendly school initiative, we have to ensure that our students are taken care of and that their needs are met in the best way possible.
Abbott-King took the opportunity to thank all those who would have contributed towards the project and promised that the facilities will be put to good use.
We believe that having a spacious and comfortable place where students can express how they feel in private without being interrupted and in a student-friendly environment can go a long way in alleviating some of their challenges and the societal problems we are faced with today. Finally, we are not taking it for granted that we were the chosen school to have these 2 facilities. We promise that proper care will be provided to ensure that these facilities are well kept and used for the purpose for which they were intended. Once again, I say thanks to the Methodist Church community, Braxa, and all those who would have assisted in making this project a reality. Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts.
A number of Bookment government school students today received school supplies, compliments the Michael A. Johnson Foundation. Keith Oliver and other local team members distributed the supplies. The care packages also include shoes, clothing, footballs, and a quantity of books for the school library. MHE Foundation is the brainchild of Michael Johnson of Peniston, who now resides in the USA and is a past student of the Dubois Bookment Government School. Johnson said in a media release that the initiative is just the first phase in the foundation's planned Adopt a School program, and also on the agenda are several community outreach projects that are expected to positively impact the Vincentian community. Jamaican-born but Vincentian-raised Nick Francis is the valedictorian of the UWI Open Campus class of 2017. During his years at the Open Campus, Francis was actively involved in the Guild of Students in various capacities. He served as Guild Chapter Chair for the Open Campus St. Vincent site from 2015 to 2017. A youth advocate and activist, Francis currently serves as a youth development consultant militant within the Caribbean Democratic Union, a sister party network supported by the Westminster Foundation for Democracy. Francis will deliver the 2017 valedictorian address at the Open Campus graduation ceremony in Grenada on Saturday, October 14, 2017.